going to start off with getting this pan hot. So you want to, like a medium heat, and you'll probably notice I've got the smoked ham hock on here at the back. So we're going to put a little bit of olive oil in here, get that hot. Not too hot, but around a medium. We're also going to need a bit of butter. Just going to stick off the same quantity of butter. So we've got 2 teaspoons as the recipe of flour. So what we're going to start doing is we're going to get sweat the onions off, stuff like onions, garlic, a bit of thyme. We're going to get that, and then we've got all the veg cuts all ready to go. So we're not going around, we can concentrate on what we're doing, cooking and stuff. Right, so again, you can use a normal large pan instead of this one. You don't really need one of these. And over here I'm going to use this stock. You can use veg stock if you're a vegetarian or vegan. So in here I have got the ham hock cooked with the vegetables, the trim and stuff off all the other veg. So that's been simmering away for about 2 hours. So it's cooked now. Just have a little look at that. It's just resting in there. You can see it's lovely. It's actually smoked. Alright. So it's nearly chilled down. So I'm just going to take this out now. In fact, I'm gonna pass this off and tidy as we go, so we don't have it. So you can hear this pan starting to sizzle up a little bit. And I'm going to drop in a little bit of butter. All right. So this is going to start going now, and just turn it up, speed up the process. Don't want to make the video too long. And yeah, so yeah, it's really important you get all the veg. They're all separated out as I'm going to put them in. Obviously we've soaked the lentils, kind of hiding behind there. But this is good. It's winter warmer, one pot, easy. If you've got a slow cooker, amazing. Drop it all in with the ham hock. If you don't like ham hock, you can add chicken. Or if you don't like ham, you can add chicken, like cooked leftover chicken, leftover lamb, leftover beef, whatever you got. But it's nice. So for the winter when it's cold. So that's starting to come up now. So we're going to add the onions, and all we're going to do now is start building up a bit of flavour. So this is the 1 onion diced up. I've pre-done all this, and you can do that too, because then you can concentrate on what you're doing, as in the cooking, the fun bit. So you can hear that. So what we're going to do is we don't want to get these burnt or anything. So we're just going to slowly soften them. You can see that. So just get a bit of heat in that. Just slowly let it burn. Just keep the side of your bowl clean, so that you're not burning at the sides. All right. So you can see that starting to cook. All right. With the oil and the butter, the chances of burning is a little bit lower. Okay. I'm not saying it won't burn. Just a little bit. Oil's got a higher temperature, and with the butter, it's both fats. If you're vegan and you don't want to use butter, just don't put it in. Just cook it with olive oil. So now we've got lovely going. Just soften that down. There we go. You can see that starting to. And vegetables obviously very underrated, and obviously quite good for you, and cheap to eat. So in here we're going to put the garlic, maybe a bit of thyme. I didn't bother picking it down. Just get it in there. Remember, it's a rustic dish. You don't want. I'm just constantly mixing it. I like to add a little bit of salt in now. As I say, we're just kind of building the flavour up and get those salt out of that flavour out of the onions. That's lovely. There we go. Now you can see that now. Get all that in. So let's turn it down a little bit. So next we're kind of looking at, going to get the, so we got the whites of the leeks, alright? We'll put those in. Again, everything's cut, ready to go. You know, if you've got this on the stove and then you're trying to cut all this, it gets quite tricky, you know. Now the leeks on that, see, starting to get somewhere. That's getting them nice and soft. Same family, leeks and onions, garlic, same relation. Getting them all in, kind of nice and punchy. That's it. So next we've got the celery. That's sliced as well. Yeah, see that coming in now. Just keep it moving, keep it clean. And again, this is, you know, a big pot of this, depends how many's sitting at the table, but you can always stick some in the freezer, do a double batch. I mean, this is quite a lot, depends how many people you got to feed, but again, this is a relatively cheap recipe. We're not putting truffle or foie gras or anything. So in here we got the root veg, so it's parsnips and carrots, adding that in. Again, all chopped, ready to go, you know. I mean, you don't have to put them all in bowls and everything. You just put them on the side or your board or whatever. Unless you've got somebody to do the washing up. In that case, use everything that you want. So it's a nice colour, greens and golds. So I've got lentils here. I mean, if you've got some barley or some dried whatever inside in your cupboard, get them used up. So next I'm just going to add a half a teaspoon of the cayenne. This is smoked paprika, I beg your pardon. Just a small bit, just adds a nice little bit of kick to it. So all you're doing is softening the veg, just breaking open the outer skin of all the vegetables and all that moisture coming out. That's all flavour, that's what you want. So all you're doing is softening the veg. I'm just going to add the flour. What the flour does is thickens the liquid when we start adding it. There we go. And this is good for definitely winter's night. If you looked at the other video, we made some sourdoughs. It's perfect. Bit of bread, bit of this. And again, remember the ham hocks, just an added, if you've got some chicken leftovers from Sunday run, if you're making roast chicken, some chopped lamb, whatever you got. If you don't want to add it at all, that's okay. Just get it, just make sure it's not catching on the bottom. It starts to dry up a bit, obviously, with the flour. That's fine. Alright, next. I'm just going to add these lentils in. And again, nutritional value, everything. Delicious, especially family cooking. This is the business. So you can see that's not kind of, and I'm at a medium temperature. You don't want it too low. You don't want it too high. You'll know. Just use your senses and say, well, it's burning. It's not burning. Just scrape the bottom of that. You don't want to mix it up too much. You don't want a mashy thing. All right. And just keep it enough now. It's well mixed. Now, so I'm just going to feed this in. So we've got a stock here from the Ham Hock. You can use veg stock, just the cubes. Just put the cubes in here, a little bit of water, job done. If you don't want to use Ham Hock, and that's perfectly fine. If you don't want to use Ham Hock, we're just going to add a little bit of this at the time. So now you go gently. You don't want to mix it up too much. And the thing with the flour, it'll get thick really quickly. And just keep cleaning down that side. You can see now it's starting to thicken up a bit. You get that sauce, that's what you want, so that saucy. And it's all about keeping this simple as, and getting ready, being prepared for it. This is the trick. There we go. That's it. Again, another ladle, slowly adding it. 1, 2. And give it a mix. I'm just going to add in the rest of this. Bring it up to the simmer. There we go. So we're going to bring that up to the simmer now. And that's going to we're going to cook that out now for about 40 minutes. And we'll add the rest of the stuff to it in 40 minutes. So just bring it up to the simmer.